In the gentle hush of a time long before Columbus set sail, your life as a Native American in the pre-Columbian world unfolds like a slow-moving river, winding quietly through dense forests and across open plains. Here, time is measured not by clocks or calendars, but by the subtle movements of the sun and the patient cycle of the seasons. The air is filled with the soft whispers of rustling leaves, the distant cry of an eagle gliding above the ancient forests, and the rhythmic sigh of the wind as it weaves through towering pines and oaks, carrying with it the faint scent of earth and water. Your world is a land of breathtaking beauty and quiet mystery, a vast continent stretching from the icy waters of the far north to the warm, humid shores of the south, from the rugged cliffs of the Pacific to the rolling waves of the Atlantic. It is a land of forests so thick that the sun itself must pause to find a path between the leaves, and of prairies that roll out like an endless blanket of green and gold, gently swaying in the breeze, rippling like the surface of a calm lake beneath the summer sky. You awaken each day not to the sharp ring of an alarm, but to the gradual warming of the dawn, as a soft light seeps through the woven walls of your home and the distant rustle of life, birds greeting the day with gentle songs, the muffled footfalls of those who rise before the sun, calls you back from dreams. The air is cool and clean, tasting of pine and river mist, and you stretch slowly, your body remembering the shape of sleep and the promise of the new day. In this world, there is no rush, no loud clamor of machines or the bright glare of electric lights. Instead, there is only the calm, patient beat of life lived in harmony with the land, where each breath is a prayer to the spirits of earth and sky. As you rise, you feel the warmth of your family and community, the comforting presence of those who share your path, and you know that you are part of something larger, a world woven from countless threads of life and tradition that stretch back beyond memory. Each day here is much like the last, and this gentle repetition brings a deep peace, knowing what tasks await, knowing how to read the clouds and the scent of the wind, knowing how to move softly, how to listen, how to be still. In this world, you are both a child of the forest and a keeper of ancient wisdom, your mind carrying the songs and stories of those who walked these trails long before you, your heart beating in time with the slow rhythms of the land. And so, you begin your day with quiet purpose, gathering water from the river, tending to the small fires that warm the morning air, listening to the gentle conversations that ripple through the village like a soft breeze. Here, life is measured by the patient unfolding of each moment, by the slow dance of shadow and light across the forest floor, by the tender care of those who know that the earth itself is alive and listening. This world is rich in the textures of life, the rough bark of ancient trees, the smooth stones of the riverbed, the cool touch of damp earth beneath your feet. And you feel these textures in your dreams and in your waking hours, each one a gentle reminder that you are home. As the sun climbs higher, its golden warmth seeps into your bones, and the soft sounds of the forest blend with the distant laughter of children and the steady rhythm of the drum, a heartbeat that echoes your own. You move slowly, breathing deeply, savoring the calmness that seeps into your soul with every step. This is the world before the ships, before the clash of cultures and the reshaping of lands. A world of quiet harmony, where the cycles of life and the whisper of the wind are all the clocks you will ever need. And as you listen to this story, let it lull you into a state of deep calm, a soft haze of memory and possibility, where the past drifts like a gentle current around you, and your mind can float freely, carried on the warm, drowsy breath of history. Let the soft rustle of the trees and the slow dance of the sunbeams soothe you, carrying you into a place of quiet rest, where time itself seems to slow, and the gentle voice of the past can sing you softly to sleep. In the days of the pre-Columbian world, the landscape was as varied and timeless as the slow passage of the stars across the night sky, a world of quiet beauty and gentle mystery. Your life here is shaped by the soft contours of the land and the patient rhythms of the seasons, and each breath you take carries the scent of earth and water, of pine and prairie, of ocean breezes and mountain air. The forests are vast and deep, a cathedral of towering trees whose branches weave together like ancient prayers, casting dappled shadows that dance across the forest floor. The rivers wind slowly, their waters murmuring to the stones and the roots that reach down to drink, and you walk their banks with reverence, feeling the cool mist that rises from their surface in the early morning light. In the east, the forests are dense and dark, filled with the gentle rustle of leaves and the soft footfalls of deer moving through the underbrush. Here, the air is heavy with the scent of moss and damp earth, and the songs of birds echo through the trees like a gentle lullaby, each note a reminder of the delicate balance of life that thrives in this quiet green world. To the west, the plains stretch out like an endless ocean of grass, rolling softly beneath the wide blue sky, and you can almost hear the sigh of the wind as it ripples across the tall grasses, whispering secrets to the earth below. The air is dry and clear, tasting faintly of sun-warmed stone and distant rain, and the sky above seems to go on forever, a canvas of soft clouds that drift lazily across the horizon. You feel the strength of the land beneath your feet, the slow heartbeat of the earth itself, and you know that this is a place where life has always moved in cycles, patient and enduring. Farther south, the deserts bloom with quiet beauty, a world of sun-baked stones and hardy plants that cling to life with fierce determination. Here, the air shimmers with heat by day and cools swiftly when the sun sinks below the horizon, the sky ablaze with stars that twinkle like tiny fires in the darkness. Each morning, the desert wakes slowly, the shadows stretching long and soft across the sand, and the world seems to hold its breath as the first rays of dawn spill over the silent hills. Along the coasts, the air carries the salt tang of the sea, and the rhythmic sigh of the waves is a constant lullaby, soothing and steady. The tides rise and fall like a slow, patient breath, and the gulls cry softly as they wheel and dive above the water, their white wings flashing in the sun. Here, the land is shaped by water and wind, the cliffs and beaches worn smooth by the gentle caress of the ocean over countless years. You walk along the shore, feeling the cool sand beneath your feet and the soft spray of the surf against your skin, and you let the endless rhythm of the sea quiet your mind and soothe your spirit. In the high places, where the mountains rise like ancient guardians against the sky, the air is thin and sharp, tasting of snow and stone. The peaks are crowned with ice, their silent white caps watching over the valleys below, and the world here is hushed and still. The only sound, the soft sigh of the wind, and the occasional call of an eagle riding the air currents above. Each of these places is a world unto itself, a tapestry of life woven from the patient work of the sun and the rain, the slow dance of the seasons, and the quiet, tireless labor of wind and water. You move through this world with a quiet reverence, feeling the textures of the land beneath your feet, the rough bark of ancient trees, the soft rustle of dry grasses, the smooth, sun-warmed stones of a riverbank. Each place has its own scent, its own song, and you learn to listen with your whole body, to let the soft music of the land fill your mind and lull you into a state of gentle calm. You know that here, in this world of subtle shifts and patient rhythms, there is no rush, no loud clamor to disturb the deep peace of the earth. Instead, there is only the slow turning of the seasons, the quiet unfolding of life in all its humble beauty, and the gentle, steady breath of the land itself. As you close your eyes and let your thoughts drift like leaves on a slow-moving stream, let the memory of these landscapes carry you deeper into rest. Picture the soft green light of the forest, the endless blue of the sky above the plains, the cool hush of the desert night, and the rhythmic sigh of the waves against the shore. Let each image soothe you. Let each gentle sound of this ancient world lull you into a place of stillness and peace. The land holds you in its quiet embrace, and with every breath you take, you sink deeper into the slow, patient heartbeat of the earth, the gentle rhythm that has always been and will always be. Let it carry you softly, now, into dreams as old as time. In the gentle world of the Pre-Columbian period, your village is a quiet, living part of the landscape, a soft ripple in the endless sea of trees or plains, built from the patient hands and careful eyes of those who understand the quiet rhythms of the earth. Your home is a place of warmth and safety, a simple, sturdy structure woven from the gifts of the land itself, thick logs from the forest, woven reeds from the riverbanks, broad leaves that catch the sun and shed the rain, and earth packed firm beneath your feet. As you rise from sleep, the air inside is cool and smells faintly of wood smoke and sweet grasses, and the walls of your home feel like an extension of your own skin, warm in the winter, cool in the summer, holding the gentle songs of the wind and the steady warmth of the fire that crackles softly in the hearth. In the eastern woodlands, your home might be a longhouse, stretching out beneath the trees like the spine of some ancient creature, its curved roof arched high above you, like the branches of the forest canopy itself. Here, families live together, sharing space and stories, the gentle hum of conversation and laughter weaving through the long, low hall. At night, the fire at the center glows like a heartbeat, its soft light flickering on the woven mats and wooden walls. And in the darkness beyond, the forest sings its own lullabies, the distant call of the owl, the soft patter of rain on the thatched roof. In the southwest, your home might be a pueblo, cool and solid, built from the patient stacking of sun-baked clay, each brick shaped by hand and set with care, the walls glowing softly in the golden light of the afternoon sun. The air here is dry and warm, scented with the sharp tang of sage and the faint sweetness of desert flowers, and the flat roofs catch the gentle breath of the evening breeze, the slow dance of clouds across the endless blue sky. On the plains, your home might be a teepee, a graceful cone of hide and pole that rises from the earth like a prayer, its shape echoing the quiet strength of the bison and the gentle curve of the horizon itself. Here, life is lived in rhythm with the great herds that move across the land, the soft thunder of their hooves, a distant echo in your dreams. The teepee is light and warm, the smoke hole at its peak, letting the spirit of the fire rise into the sky. And at night, the stars seem close enough to touch, each one a tiny, patient flame watching over your sleep. In the coastal forests, your home might be a plank house built from the broad, sweet-smelling cedar, each board hewn and fitted with care, the carved posts telling the stories of your people in the soft glow of the firelight. Here, the ocean's breath mingles with the scent of cedar smoke, and the endless sigh of the waves is a constant comfort, a promise that the world will keep turning, as it always has. Each home is different, shaped by the land and the patient wisdom of your people, but each one holds the same quiet strength, the same gentle heart. Your home is a place of gathering and rest, of shared meals and shared laughter, where the stories of your ancestors are spoken in soft voices and the lessons of the earth are woven into every wall and every mat. In the long afternoons, you sit in the cool shade, your hands busy with the small, patient work of daily life, shaping clay pots, weaving baskets, mending tools, and the quiet murmur of your family's voices blends with the soft rustle of the wind and the distant songs of birds. Each moment is unhurried, each task done with care and attention, the slow, steady work of hands that know the shape of the world and the gentle power of stillness. At night, as the fire burns low and the soft glow of embers dances across the walls, you lie back and let the warmth of the earth hold you close. The voices of your family fade into the hush of the night, and the quiet strength of your home wraps around you like a blanket, each log and beam a testament to the care and love that built it. Outside, the world breathes slowly, the stars turning in their patient dance across the sky, and you feel the deep peace that comes from knowing you are exactly where you belong, in a place shaped by the hands of those who came before and held in the gentle embrace of the land itself. So let your mind rest here for a while, in the soft shadows of the longhouse or the gentle curves of the teepee, in the cool, silent walls of the pueblo, or the warm, cedar-scented halls of the plank house. Let the quiet beauty of these homes lull you deeper into calm, their simple strength a reminder that even in a world without clocks or bright lights, there is a quiet order, a gentle rhythm, and a patient peace that can carry you softly to sleep. In the slow unfolding of each day in the Pre-Columbian world, your life moves in gentle cycles, each task flowing softly into the next, like the quiet lap of water at the river's edge. There is no rush here, no loud demand to pull you from the calm peace of dawn. Instead, you rise slowly, stretching your limbs in the cool hush of the early morning, your breath mixing with the soft mist that clings to the earth as the first rays of sun begin to slip through the trees or crest over the low hills. You feel the damp earth beneath your feet, the weight of the night's dew still clinging to the grass, and you let the quiet stillness of the world seep into your bones as you begin your day. The first task of the morning is to tend to the fire, that small, steady heart that keeps the cold at bay and warms the food that will sustain you. You feed it carefully, the dry crackle of kindling blending with the soft sigh of the wind outside, and you watch as the flames leap and dance, bright and patient. The smoke rises in a slow spiral, carrying with it the scent of cedar or sage, a gentle promise that the day has begun and that all is as it should be. Around you, others move quietly, voices low and soft, the rustle of feet and the muted clink of pottery filling the air with the gentle music of a world waking up. When the fire is steady, you move to the tasks that shape the quiet hours of the morning, fetching water from the river, the weight of the clay jar balanced against your hip, the slow, rhythmic dip of the paddle if you go by canoe. The water is cold and clear, the soft gurgle of the current a constant song in your ears, and you feel the patient strength of your body as you move back and forth along the worn path. Each step is a quiet meditation, the soft crunch of earth beneath your feet, a gentle reminder that here, in this world of stillness and slow breath, each motion carries a purpose. Each motion is a prayer. In the warmth of the late morning sun, you turn to the work of the fields or the forest, planting and tending the three sisters, corn, beans, and squash, whose slow, patient growth mirrors the quiet unfolding of your own life. Your hands sink into the warm earth, feeling the cool touch of the soil, the soft give of the roots, and you work with the same unhurried care that your ancestors taught you, knowing that each seed is a promise, each furrow a thread in the tapestry of the seasons. In the forest, you gather berries or wild herbs, your fingers brushing the soft leaves, your breath mingling with the quiet rustle of the underbrush. The air is filled with the gentle murmur of bees and the soft chirp of birds, each sound a soft, soothing thread in the fabric of the day. As the sun climbs higher, you turn to the patient work of shaping what the land gives you, carving tools from bone or wood, weaving baskets from reeds, stitching soft deerskin into clothes or moccasins. Each motion is small and careful, the repetitive rhythm of your hands, a gentle song that hums beneath your breath. You sit in the cool shade, the sun a warm weight on your shoulders, and you let the quiet work settle into your bones, the slow, patient unfolding of the day carrying you along like a leaf on a slow-moving stream. When the shadows grow long and the cool breath of evening begins to whisper through the village, you turn once more to the fire, preparing the simple, nourishing meals that will feed your body and bring your family together. The soft crackle of roasting corn, the gentle steam rising from a clay pot of stew, the quiet laughter of children playing nearby. Each sound is a soft promise that here, in this place and in this moment, all is as it should be. You eat slowly, savoring each bite, the flavors rich and simple, the warmth of the fire and the closeness of those around you a gentle balm against the cool breath of night. And when the stars begin to bloom in the darkening sky, you sit by the fire's fading light, your body tired but at peace, your mind quiet and still. The tasks of the day are simple, each one a quiet offering to the land and to the spirits who watch over it. And you feel the deep calm that comes from knowing you have done what needed to be done, that you have moved in harmony with the quiet rhythms of the earth. Let the soft rustle of the leaves, the low murmur of voices, and the slow, steady beat of your own breath carry you deeper into rest. Let each small task and each gentle motion of this world of long ago lives wrap around you like a soft blanket, soothing and still, until your thoughts drift away and sleep takes you, carried on the quiet hum of ancient days. In the gentle hush of the pre-Columbian world, the gathering and sharing of food is a sacred rhythm, a slow dance of life and gratitude that carries you softly from one season to the next. Each day, the quiet work of feeding yourself and your family is a patient offering, a humble prayer whispered into the rich earth and the broad sky. As dawn begins to warm the land, and the first soft calls of birds echo in the forest or across the wide, endless plains, you rise from sleep, your breath a mist in the cool morning air, your heart steady and calm. You know that this day, like all the days before it, will be shaped by the slow unfolding of tasks that tie you to the land and to each other, weaving a web of sustenance and care that stretches back to the first fires lit by your ancestors. You begin with the simple work of gathering, moving softly through the forest or across the field, your hands brushing the dew-damp leaves, your steps careful and quiet. The early morning air tastes of moss and river, the soft sweetness of wild berries ripening in the shade of ancient trees. Each berry you pluck is a tiny, perfect gift, its soft skin cool against your fingertips, its bright sweetness a reminder of the patient work of the sun and rain. In the meadows, you find tender shoots of greens, their leaves delicate and full of the promise of life, and you gather them with the same quiet care, knowing that the earth has given these gifts freely, and you take only what you need. By the river, you watch the play of light on the water's surface, the gentle eddies and slow, rippling current that carries fish through the cool, green depths. With a net woven by your own hands or a carefully carved spear, you move with the patient rhythm of the water itself, waiting, watching, feeling the soft pulse of life in the water and in your own breath. When the fish comes, you thank the spirit of the river, your voice low and soft, a promise that you will honor this life by sharing it well and wasting nothing. In the fields, where the three sisters, corn, beans, and squash, grow in the patient harmony of soil and sun, you tend to the plants with gentle hands, your fingers tracing the soft curve of green leaves and the tender blossoms that promise the slow, golden ripening of summer. Each plant is a living testament to the quiet wisdom of your people, a song of growth and balance that stretches back through time like a gentle stream. You work beneath the warm gaze of the sun, the earth firm beneath your feet, your breath slow and steady as you move from row to row, your heart beating in time with the quiet hum of bees and the soft rustle of leaves in the warm, fragrant air. When the time for hunting comes, you move through the forest or across the plains with the same quiet reverence, your steps soft and careful, your eyes sharp and clear. You know the ways of the deer, the paths of the bison, the patient movements of the birds that nest in the tall grasses. Each step is a careful prayer, each breath a promise to honor the life you will take. And when the moment comes, when the arrow flies or the spear strikes true, you offer a quiet word of thanks, knowing that in this exchange of life, there is a balance as old as the stars. As the day fades and the cool breath of evening begins to settle on the land, you gather around the fire with your family and your community, the soft glow of the flames flickering on faces and hands, the gentle scent of roasting corn and rich, bubbling stew filling the air. Here, the food you have gathered becomes more than nourishment. It is a song of togetherness, a quiet celebration of the patient work of the day. You share each meal with slow, careful joy, each bite a reminder that the earth is generous and that you are part of this endless cycle of giving and receiving. In the soft hush of evening, with the night beginning to weave its velvet shadows through the trees or across the quiet plains. You sit close to the fire, your body tired but at peace. The gentle warmth of the food in your belly and the soft murmur of voices around you are a balm against the cool breath of night. You feel the quiet satisfaction of a day well spent, the deep calm that comes from knowing you have honored the earth and the spirits of the land. Let that soft satisfaction carry you deeper now, into the gentle ebb and flow of sleep, where the quiet rhythms of the day echo like a lullaby in your dreams. Let each breath be a slow, patient offering, each heartbeat a gentle promise that tomorrow will come again, with the same soft light of dawn and the same patient, endless dance of gathering and giving. As the day unfolds, you see the quiet presence of the spirits in every leaf and stone, every soft ripple of water and patient curve of a deer's track in the dust. You feel their gentle breath in the cool breeze that slips through the trees, their watchful eyes in the slow turning of the stars. Each task you do is a small act of devotion, a way of weaving yourself deeper into the quiet song of the world. When you plant the seeds in the warm earth, you speak to the spirits of the plants, asking them to grow strong and true. When you gather the herbs or hunt the deer, you thank the spirits of these lives, knowing that they are gifts, not possessions, and that each life is a thread in the endless weaving of the world. In the long, soft evenings, when the sun has slipped behind the hills and the stars begin to bloom in the dark sky, you gather with your family and your neighbors to share the old stories, the quiet songs of creation, the gentle laughter of trickster spirits, the solemn lessons of those who came before. The elders speak with calm, patient voices, their words weaving a net of memory and meaning that holds you safe and steady in the shifting river of time. Each story is a light in the darkness, a soft flame that flickers in your mind as you drift closer to sleep. There are ceremonies and dances too, moments when the slow work of the day gives way to the quiet, joyful celebration of life itself. Around the fire, you move in slow, steady circles, your feet tracing the same patient paths that your ancestors danced long ago. The drum beats like a heartbeat, low and deep, and your own breath falls into its rhythm, a quiet promise to honor the spirits and the land. The air is filled with the soft scent of sage or sweetgrass, the flicker of painted faces in the firelight, the low hum of songs that speak of the endless turning of the seasons. In your dreams, too, the spirits come, soft and watchful, their voices like the rustle of leaves or the hush of distant thunder. You see the shapes of animals moving through the shadows, the patient wisdom in their eyes, and you know that they are guides and teachers, their presence a quiet promise that you are never truly alone. Even in sleep, you are held in the gentle, endless circle of the world, each breath a soft prayer, each heartbeat a quiet song of belonging. So let this gentle presence wrap around you now, a soft blanket of ancient voices and quiet prayers. Let the patient rhythm of the drum and the low murmur of stories carry you deeper into calm, where the spirits of the earth and sky watch over your sleep. In this world of slow, steady breath and quiet devotion, you are always held, always at home. Drift deeper into that peace, where the stars turn above you, and the earth holds you close, and let the soft, endless hum of ancient lives lull you gently into dreams. In your life during the Pre-Columbian period, tools are more than simple objects. They are carefully crafted extensions of your body, shaped with patience and respect from the natural world around you. Every tool you hold is born from the earth and the stones, bones, and wood gifted by the land, each one made with hands that have learned the quiet wisdom of patience and care. The slow process of selecting the right materials, shaping them with steady hands, and testing their strength is a ritual, a gentle meditation that connects you to the countless generations before you, who first learned how to turn raw nature into instruments of survival and creativity. Your knife, for example, might be fashioned from a sharp flintstone, its edges chipped with the slow, precise rhythm of your flint-knapping skills, creating a blade sharp enough to cut through the tough hides of animals or slice the roots of wild plants. The flint's hard, glassy surface catches the sunlight as you work, a quiet sparkle in the soft morning light. You shape handles from smooth wood or sturdy bone, polishing them until they fit comfortably in your hand, as familiar as a part of your own body. This tool becomes an extension of your will, gentle yet powerful, a companion in daily tasks and in the careful preparation of food, clothing, and shelter. For digging in the fields or turning the soil to plant, the sacred three sisters, corn, beans, and squash. You craft hoes from antler or sturdy branches, their edges carefully sharpened and their handles worn smooth by use. These tools connect you to the earth in a tangible way, the slow, steady movement of turning soil under your hands, a quiet ritual of growth and renewal. With each stroke, you feel the pulse of the land beneath your feet, the cool earth giving way to your touch as seeds find their new home, promising the harvest to come. Bow and arrow, too, are masterpieces of balance and precision. You gather flexible wood for the bow, patiently drying and shaping it until it bends just so, storing the energy that will release in a swift, silent flight. The arrows are carefully carved, tipped with sharp points chipped from flint or bone, and fletched with feathers that guide their path through the air. Using this weapon is an act of harmony between you, the animal you hunt, and the land. It requires patience and respect, waiting for the perfect moment, moving quietly through the forest or grasslands with the steady breath and soft footfalls of one who understands the delicate balance of life and death. In your village, stone grinding tools are essential for turning harvested grains and seeds into nourishing flour. Mortars and pestles, carved from smooth rock, become the heart of this slow, rhythmic process. The repetitive pounding fills the air with a steady, comforting sound, the soft thud of stone on stone marking the passage of time like a quiet heartbeat. This work, though simple, is sacred. Each grain ground brings you closer to the food that will sustain your body and the shared meals that bind your community. You also craft containers and storage vessels from clay, shaped by hand and fired in carefully tended fires that crackle softly in the night. These pots hold water, store food, and carry the gifts of the earth from place to place. Their surfaces are sometimes adorned with simple, meaningful designs, lines and symbols that speak quietly of your people's connection to the land and the spirits who watch over you. Holding a clay pot is to hold a piece of the earth itself, shaped by your own hands and those of your ancestors. Weaving is another important skill, turning reeds, grasses, and animal fibers into baskets, mats, and clothing. Your hands move in slow, practiced rhythms, interlacing strands until they form sturdy, beautiful patterns. These creations are both practical and beautiful, designed to carry food, protect your family from the elements, and decorate your home. Each basket or garment tells a story in its weave, a quiet expression of identity and belonging. Through the day, you tend to these tools as carefully as you use them, sharpening blades, repairing worn handles, cleaning and storing each one with respect and gratitude. They are gifts from the earth, and in caring for them, you honor the cycle of giving and receiving that sustains your life. As the sun dips low and the firelight flickers, you set down your tools and rest, feeling the quiet satisfaction of a day spent working in harmony with the land. The soft sounds of the village settle around you, the gentle hum of conversation, the crackle of the fire, the distant call of night birds, and you feel a deep peace. The tools you have made and used are not just objects. They are threads in the fabric of your life, linking you to the past and guiding you into the future. Let the slow, steady beat of your breath and the gentle pulse of your heartbeat carry you deeper into rest. Imagine the feel of the smooth wood, the cool stone, the soft feathers, and know that you are part of an endless story, held in the patient, loving hands of the earth itself. Let your mind drift gently now, wrapped in the calm of this ancient, enduring world. As the sun gently rises and warms the earth, your day begins in a village that has grown slowly and patiently with the rhythms of the land. The homes here are not mere shelters. They are quiet, living spaces crafted with deep respect for nature and the changing seasons. Each structure is built from materials gathered thoughtfully from the surrounding forests, rivers, and fields. Wood, bark, stone, and earth, shaped by your hands and those of your community. The process of building and maintaining your home is slow and careful, a dance of cooperation and connection that binds the people together and anchors you to this place. Your house is often a softly rounded structure, its frame made from sturdy saplings, bent and tied to form a gentle dome or a rectangular shape, depending on the traditions of your people. The wood is stripped and smoothed with patient hands, shaped with simple tools to fit snugly together like pieces of a living puzzle. Over the frame, bark is carefully layered, or woven mats of reeds and grasses are stretched tight to keep out the wind and rain. The earth floor is packed down firm and smooth, a cool surface that holds the warmth of your fire and the quiet footprints of your daily life. In some places, the walls might be made from clay or stone, molded with hands and allowed to dry slowly in the sun, carrying the scent of the earth inside with you. Inside your home, the hearth is the heart. A small fire carefully tended to provide warmth, light, and a place to cook the meals that will nourish you. The smoke rises slowly through a small opening in the roof or a gap in the bark walls, carrying with it the soft scent of wood smoke and herbs, mingling with the faint aroma of drying food or woven baskets. Around the fire, your family gathers to share stories, to weave or carve, or simply to sit in comfortable silence, wrapped in the soft glow of the flames and the steady rhythm of breathing and quiet conversation. Your home is not just a physical space, but a sacred place where the spirits of your ancestors dwell and watch over you. You and your family keep the space clean and orderly, sweeping the floors with bundles of dried grasses, arranging your tools and belongings with care. Simple decorations, carved wooden figures, woven wall hangings, or painted stones speak quietly of your people's history and your connection to the land. These small things hold meaning beyond their form. They are reminders of the lives that came before and the generations yet to come. The village itself is a collection of such homes, each one a quiet testament to the patient work and care of its inhabitants. The houses cluster in a way that reflects your community's values, close enough for safety and companionship, yet spaced to allow for gardens and paths that wind softly through the trees and fields. Paths between homes are trodden smooth by many feet, their edges marked by stones or carved wooden posts, guiding travelers gently from one place to another. The sounds of daily life mingle in the air, the soft laughter of children playing, the rhythmic pounding of a mortar and pestle, the murmur of voices sharing news or stories. In the center of the village, you find shared spaces, perhaps a larger fire pit for community gatherings, an open area for ceremonies or dances, and carefully tended gardens where the crops of the season grow under watchful eyes. These communal areas are places of connection and celebration, where the slow rhythms of daily work give way to moments of shared joy and reflection. Here, elders pass down their wisdom, and children learn the stories and skills that will carry your people forward. Life in the village moves with the seasons. In spring, you and your neighbors prepare the earth for planting, the soft smell of fresh soil mingling with the awakening scent of wildflowers. Summer brings long days filled with tending crops, gathering food, and quiet moments resting in the shade of the trees. Autumn is a time of harvest, the air rich with the scent of ripened corn and squash, and the gentle buzz of bees. Winter wraps the village in a cool silence, a time for mending tools, telling stories by firelight, and dreaming of the spring to come. Your connection to the village is not just physical, but spiritual and emotional. Each home, each path, each shared space carries the echoes of countless footsteps, the whispers of ancient voices, and the steady pulse of the earth itself. Living here, you are part of an endless circle, held in the patient embrace of your ancestors and the land, moving slowly but surely through the quiet, timeless dance of life. As night falls and the stars begin to bloom softly overhead, you settle into your home, feeling the steady warmth of the hearth and the gentle presence of your family nearby. The soft murmur of voices fades to quiet, the steady rhythm of breathing and heartbeat filling the space. Let yourself be carried by the slow, patient breath of this ancient world, wrapped in the calm and steady comfort of home and community. Drift now into rest, held by the gentle embrace of earth, fire, and the enduring circle of life. In the soft light of dawn, as the village slowly stirs awake, the quiet threads of community life begin to weave themselves together, creating a tapestry of relationships and roles that bind everyone in a patient, enduring harmony. In your pre-Columbian world, the village is not just a place where people live. It is a living, breathing organism shaped by the careful balance of duties, respect, and shared purpose. Each person has a role, whether it is tending the fields, crafting tools, caring for the young, or guiding the spiritual life of the community. These roles are not rigid commands, but gentle currents in the river of daily life, flowing and shifting with the seasons, the needs, and the wisdom of the elders. Your community is often organized around family groups, each with its own dwelling or cluster of homes, forming a close-knit web of kinship. These extended families share not only space, but also stories, food, and responsibilities. Children learn early the importance of cooperation and respect. Watching their parents and grandparents, they absorb the ways of the land and the people, the soft rhythms of work and celebration. The bonds between families are strengthened through shared tasks like planting, harvesting, and hunting, as well as through ceremonies and gatherings that mark the cycles of life, the turning of the seasons, and the passage of important milestones. Elders hold a special place in the heart of the village. Their years and experience a wellspring of knowledge and guidance. They are the keepers of history and tradition, the storytellers who pass down the lessons of ancestors through quiet evenings by the fire. Their voices, calm and steady, carry the weight of time, reminding everyone that they walk in the footsteps of those who came before. When decisions need to be made, whether about planting, ceremonies, or disputes, the elders' counsel is sought with reverence and care. Their wisdom is a soft anchor in the ever-moving currents of daily life. Leaders, too, may emerge, sometimes chosen for their skills in diplomacy, their bravery in hunting, or their deep spiritual insight. These leaders are not rulers in the harsh sense, but guides who help hold the community together, ensuring that balance is maintained and that everyone's voice is heard. Their power is gentle, rooted in respect and service rather than command. They work alongside others, their decisions shaped by the needs of the people and the land. In this way, leadership is a quiet responsibility, a role embraced with humility and grace. The social fabric of your village also includes specialized roles. Craftspeople who shape tools and pottery, healers who tend to the sick and injured with herbs and prayers, and hunters who bring back food with patience and skill. Each person's work is valued, seen as a vital thread in the web of survival and flourishing. The community shares the fruits of these labors, ensuring that no one is left wanting, and that all contribute to the common good in their own way. Ceremonies and festivals are moments when the social bonds shine brightest, turning the slow rhythm of daily life into celebrations of gratitude, renewal, and connection. These gatherings may mark the planting or harvest seasons, honor the spirits and ancestors, or welcome new members into the community. Around the communal fire, songs and dances rise like soft waves, weaving joy and reverence into the night air. Children watch wide-eyed, learning the steps and stories that will one day be theirs to carry forward. In these celebrations, the distinctions between roles soften, and the entire community moves as one, a living dance of hands and voices and hearts joined in a quiet chorus. The sharing of food, the exchange of gifts, and the telling of stories deepen the bonds that hold the village together, a reminder that each person is part of a whole greater than themselves. This sense of belonging is a quiet strength, a steady light that guides you through the challenges of the seasons and the mysteries of life. Conflict is rare, but when it arises, it is met with calm discussion and a search for balance rather than anger or division. The goal is always to restore harmony, to heal the connections that bind, and to learn from the difficulties so that the community can grow stronger. This gentle approach is rooted in the understanding that each person's well-being is tied to the well-being of the whole, and that peace is the foundation of survival. As night falls and the village settles into a quiet hush, you feel the deep comfort of belonging, a soft, steady warmth that flows through the shared spaces and quiet paths of your home, the gentle breathing of those around you, the faint crackle of the dying fire, and the whisper of wind through the trees form a lullaby that carries you toward rest. In this moment, you are part of something timeless and enduring, held in the patient embrace of your people and the land. Let the calm pulse of this community life settle in your heart, a quiet rhythm of care and connection that will carry you gently through sleep. Rest now, wrapped in the slow, steady circle of your village, and dream of the soft light of morning, when the dance of life will begin again. In the gentle unfolding of each day, your life as a Native American in the Pre-Columbian period is intimately tied to the rhythms of the land, especially the slow, patient work of growing and gathering food. Agriculture is not just a practical task, but a sacred act, a quiet conversation between you, the earth, and the spirits that nurture both. With hands steeped in tradition and eyes that watch the sky and soil, you participate in a timeless cycle of planting, tending, harvesting, and sharing, all woven into the fabric of your community and your very being. The cornerstone of your agricultural life is the cultivation of the three sisters, corn, beans, and squash, a trio of plants that grow together in harmony, each supporting the others in a gentle dance of cooperation. Corn, tall and proud, reaches toward the sky, its sturdy stalks providing a living trellis for the climbing beans. The beans, in turn, enrich the soil with nitrogen, nourishing the earth so the squash can spread wide along the ground, its broad leaves shading the roots and protecting the soil from drying out. This ancient method is a perfect example of nature's balance, teaching you that life flourishes best when all parts work together patiently and respectfully. The planting season begins as the last frost melts into soft, warm soil, a signal from the earth that the time is right. With a simple stick or your fingers, you create small holes in carefully prepared earth, placing kernels of corn gently within. Around them, you plant beans and squash seeds, knowing that this small gesture will grow into a thriving garden over the coming months. The work is steady and deliberate, your hands moving with care, feeling the texture of the soil, the weight of the seeds, the promise of life held within each tiny kernel. Tending the fields is a daily meditation, a rhythm of observation and care. You watch the sky for clouds and rain, the slow growth of shoots pushing upward, the gentle unfolding of leaves that catch the sunlight. You pull weeds by hand, removing threats with quiet persistence, and sometimes you speak softly to the plants, offering thanks and encouragement in a voice that blends with the sounds of the earth. The relationship between you and your crops is one of respect and reciprocity, a partnership where both give and receive. Harvest time is a season of gentle abundance. The corn tassels sway in the breeze, their golden ears heavy with kernels, while the beans have climbed high and burst into soft green pods. The squash, with its broad, waxy leaves, hides fruits that are ripe and full of nourishment. You gather the crops carefully, using stone knives or hands softened by years of practice, and store them in woven baskets or clay vessels, preparing for the months when the land will rest under the quiet snow or dry winds. But agriculture is only one part of your food life. Foraging and hunting also play essential roles, connecting you to the wild, untamed corners of the landscape. You know the rhythms of the seasons, and the habits of the animals, moving quietly through forests and along streams to gather berries, nuts, roots, and wild greens. Your knowledge is vast and detailed. The exact time to harvest wild onions, the ripest blackberries, the roots that heal or nourish. Each gathering is done with respect, taking only what is needed and leaving enough for the land to renew itself. Hunting, too, is a slow, careful art. With bow and arrow or traps made from wood and sinew, you track the movements of deer, rabbits, birds, and fish, learning their patterns and habits through patience and observation. You move silently, blending into the landscape, your breath slow and steady, your heart attuned to the sounds of the forest. When the moment is right, you release your arrow or check your trap, mindful of the life you take and grateful for the gift of sustenance it provides. Once the hunt or gathering is done, the preparation of food is another sacred task, connecting you to the earth and your ancestors. Corn is dried and ground into meal, beans are soaked and cooked slowly over the fire, and squash is roasted or boiled, their flavors mingling in meals shared with family and neighbors. Smoking and drying meat and fish allow your community to store food for the leaner months, ensuring survival with a quiet confidence born of centuries of experience. Your meals are simple, but rich in meaning. Each bite a connection to the land, to the spirits, and to the generations who have walked this earth before you. Food is shared generously, strengthening bonds and reminding everyone that survival is a collective effort, a slow, steady weaving of lives and labor. As evening falls and the firelight flickers softly, you sit with your family, the day's harvest resting nearby, and share the fruits of your labor. The quiet sounds of eating, the gentle breaking of bread, the soft clink of clay, bowls, mix with stories and laughter, filling the space with warmth and connection. In these moments, you feel the deep satisfaction of having worked in harmony with the earth, of being part of a slow, endless cycle of life and renewal. Let this steady, gentle rhythm of planting, gathering, and sharing food lull you into a calm rest, knowing you are held in the patient embrace of the land, your ancestors, and the community that surrounds you. Breathe deeply now, and let the quiet pulse of life in this ancient world carry you softly towards sleep. As the day unfolds in your village, the work of food preparation begins in a steady, peaceful rhythm that echoes the natural cycles around you. Preparing the harvest and gathered foods is more than just a chore. It is a slow, deliberate process filled with respect and gratitude. The methods you use to transform raw ingredients into nourishing meals are practiced with care and passed down through generations, each step connecting you to your ancestors and to the land that sustains you. Corn, beans, and squash, the three sisters, are central to your diet, and each requires different preparation methods that highlight their unique flavors and textures. Corn is dried carefully after harvesting, its kernels stored in woven baskets or clay pots. When it is time to prepare, you grind the dried corn against a smooth stone using a handheld grinding stone called a metate. The rhythmic motion of grinding is soothing, a slow back and forth movement that softens your muscles and quiets your mind. The cornmeal that results is used for making soft breads, porridges, or cakes that will fill your belly and warm your spirit. Beans are soaked in cool water overnight to soften their tough skins before they are cooked over a gentle fire. You tend the fire with care, coaxing the flames to a steady simmer that slowly softens the beans without burning them. The scent of cooking beans mingles with the smoke and the earthy aromas of dried herbs that you sometimes add for flavor and healing properties. Squash, whether roasted in embers or boiled in clay pots, offers a sweet, tender contrast to the hearty corn and beans. Its rich flesh is comforting and filling, often eaten with the seeds, which are roasted or ground into meal for added nutrition. Beyond these staple foods, your diet includes wild plants and animals gathered or hunted in harmony with the seasons. Roots and tubers dug from the earth provide a rich, earthy flavor, while berries and nuts add bursts of sweetness and texture. Each ingredient is prepared with knowledge and care. Some roots require peeling or soaking to remove bitterness, while certain berries are eaten fresh or dried for winter stores. You preserve food through drying or smoking, techniques that allow you to carry the taste of summer and autumn into the colder months when the land rests. The seasonal rhythms of food gathering shape much of your daily life and community activities. Spring is a time of planting and preparation, a quiet hopefulness as seeds are sown and the earth begins to warm. Summer brings the ongoing work of tending crops, gathering wild foods, and hunting in the early mornings or late evenings when the heat is less fierce. Autumn is the season of harvest, a time when the land's bounty is gathered and stored, and the village comes alive with gratitude and celebration. Winter is a slower, quieter time when the food stores are used sparingly, and families gather around fires to share stories, mend tools, and plan for the seasons ahead. Food is never simply fuel. It is a gift from the earth and the spirits, a sacred trust that requires humility and respect. Before meals, you often offer thanks in quiet prayers or songs, acknowledging the plants, animals, and ancestors who have given their lives to sustain you. This act of gratitude deepens your connection to the land and reminds you that survival is a shared journey, one that depends on balance and harmony. Sharing food is also a central part of community life. Meals are often communal, bringing families and neighbors together in a soft, steady circle of warmth and companionship. Food is divided generously, ensuring that everyone, young and old, strong and weak, receives what they need. These shared moments strengthen bonds and reinforce the sense of belonging that is so vital in your village. The gentle clinking of bowls and the soft murmur of conversation blend into a peaceful background hum, a lullaby of togetherness. Children learn from a young age the importance of food preparation and the rhythms of the seasons. They watch elders grind corn, soak beans, and tend fires, absorbing the knowledge through quiet observation and gentle teaching. As they grow, they begin to participate in these tasks, their small hands imitating the careful motions of those who came before. Through this slow, steady learning, the knowledge of how to live in harmony with the land is passed down, carrying the wisdom of centuries forward. In the quiet moments after the meal, as the fire dies down and the village settles into rest, you feel a deep sense of fulfillment and peace. The work of the day is done, and the food you have prepared nourishes not only your body, but your spirit. The slow, patient cycle of planting, gathering, preparing, and sharing food is the heartbeat of your life, a gentle rhythm that connects you to the earth, your community, and the endless flow of time. Let this peaceful pulse guide you now as you relax and prepare for sleep. Imagine the warm glow of the fire, the soft rustle of leaves, and the comforting weight of food shared and enjoyed. Breathe deeply and slowly, wrapped in the calm embrace of this ancient world, and allow yourself to drift softly into rest, carried by the gentle rhythm of life. As the soft morning light filters through the canopy of trees, your life as a Native American in the Pre-Columbian period is deeply intertwined with the unseen world, the spiritual realm that flows alongside the physical. Every step you take, every breath you draw, and every task you perform carries an underlying awareness of the spirits that inhabit the land, the water, the animals, and even the plants. This spiritual life is not separate from the everyday. It is woven quietly and patiently into the fabric of your existence, a gentle hum beneath the surface of daily activities. Your community believes that everything around you is alive and sacred, from the towering trees to the smallest stones beneath your feet. The rivers are not just flowing water, but living beings that carry messages from the ancestors. The mountains are silent guardians watching over the land, and the wind carries whispers of the spirits. This sense of connection nurtures a profound respect for the natural world, shaping how you interact with it. You take only what you need, always offering thanks and asking permission before gathering plants or hunting animals, knowing that balance must be maintained to honor the gifts of the earth. Ceremonies and rituals mark the passage of time and the cycles of nature, providing moments of reflection, gratitude, and renewal. These sacred gatherings may coincide with the changing seasons, the phases of the moon, or important life events such as births, marriages, and deaths. Each ceremony is a quiet celebration of the relationship between the community, the spirits, and the land, a way to nurture the bonds that sustain life and ensure harmony continues. At the heart of these ceremonies is the fire, a sacred element that represents transformation, warmth, and connection. The fire's gentle flicker illuminates the faces of those gathered, casting soft shadows that dance like spirits themselves. Smoke rises in delicate spirals, carrying prayers and offerings to the unseen world. The crackling of the flames is a steady rhythm, a comforting heartbeat that ties together the physical and spiritual realms. Music and dance are vital parts of your spiritual life, expressed in slow, deliberate movements and songs that have been passed down for generations. Drums beat softly, their steady pulse echoing the heartbeat of the earth, while flutes and rattles add haunting melodies that rise and fall like the wind. These sounds fill the air, inviting the spirits to join the gathering and wrapping the community in a warm, protective embrace. Dancing is both an offering and a form of communication, a way to honor the ancestors, celebrate the gifts of the earth, and seek guidance for the future. The role of spiritual leaders or shamans is central in this world. These individuals are chosen for their deep connection to the spirit realm, their wisdom, and their ability to heal. They act as intermediaries, carrying messages between the physical and spiritual worlds, performing rituals to ensure the community's health and harmony, and guiding others in their spiritual journeys. Their presence is calming and reassuring, like the steady light of a distant star guiding travelers through the night. Healing is understood as a holistic process, addressing not just the body, but the mind and spirit as well. When illness or misfortune occurs, the healer uses a combination of herbal medicines, prayers, songs, and ceremonies to restore balance. The knowledge of plants and their healing properties is vast, passed down with care and respect. Some herbs are brewed into teas, others burned as incense, and some crushed into poultices. The act of healing is slow and patient, reflecting the natural rhythms of the world. Dreams are also a significant part of your spiritual life. They are considered messages from the spirits or the ancestors, offering guidance, warnings, or insights. Many in the community keep quiet journals or carve symbols into wood or stone to remember these dreams and discuss their meanings with the elders or spiritual leaders. Interpreting dreams is a gentle art involving patience, reflection, and an openness to the mysteries that lie beyond waking life. The natural cycles of birth, growth, decay, and renewal are honored with quiet reverence. Life is seen as a circle without beginning or end, where every living thing participates in a continuous flow of energy and spirit. When someone passes away, the community holds ceremonies to help their spirit journey onward, ensuring that their essence is remembered and that they remain part of the ongoing story. These rituals are moments of both sorrow and hope, reminding everyone that death is simply a transition, a return to the earth and the stars. As the sun sets and the village settles into evening calm, you feel the comforting presence of this spiritual world all around you. The stars overhead twinkle softly, like ancient eyes watching over the land and its people. The quiet rustle of leaves and the gentle murmur of the night wind carry the echoes of prayers and songs from the day's ceremonies. This connection to the unseen world wraps around you like a warm blanket, a steady, patient companion in the ongoing journey of life. Let yourself be carried now by the slow, gentle current of spirit and nature, breathing deeply and feeling the steady pulse of life in all its forms. Allow the quiet presence of the ancestors, the earth, and the stars to soothe your mind and heart as you drift softly toward restful sleep, held tenderly in the timeless embrace of this ancient, sacred world. As twilight deepens and the stars begin to pepper the sky, your village prepares for ceremonies that connect you to the rhythms of the earth and the wisdom of your ancestors. In this pre-Columbian world, rituals are more than solemn acts. They are gentle celebrations of life's ongoing cycle, invitations for harmony, and quiet moments of reflection shared with the entire community. These ceremonies flow seamlessly from the land, the seasons, and the needs of the people, echoing an ancient understanding that all things are interconnected. One of the most important times for ritual gathering is the turning of the seasons, when the earth shifts from growth to rest, or from rest to renewal. The changing of spring to summer, summer to autumn, and so forth, are marked with ceremonies that honor the gifts of the land and the spirits that watch over it. During these gatherings, the village comes together in a calm, purposeful way, sharing songs, dances, prayers, and offerings. The sounds of drums and flutes rise softly, mixing with the whisper of the wind and the crackle of the ceremonial fire. Offerings might be placed at the edge of the village, near a sacred tree, or beside a flowing stream. Small bundles of corn, sweet grasses, or finely crafted tools left as gifts for the spirits. These tokens are given with deep gratitude, a recognition that the abundance of the earth is a shared blessing, not a possession. The act of giving softens the human heart, weaving a gentle thread of respect and humility that flows outward to the natural world. Ceremonies often include moments of fasting and meditation, helping individuals to quiet their minds and open their spirits to guidance. During these times, you might retreat to a secluded spot in the forest or by a sacred spring, sitting quietly and listening to the sounds of nature. Birdsong, rustling leaves, the gentle flow of water. This solitude is a gentle invitation to reflection, a way to connect more deeply with the rhythms of life and the whispers of the unseen. Another essential part of spiritual life is the celebration of life's milestones. Births are welcomed with ceremonies that bless the new soul and the mother, offering prayers for health, happiness, and connection. Names are often given in ceremonies that include song and storytelling, linking the child to the ancestors and the land they will grow to know. These rituals are quiet but deeply meaningful, threading the newborn into the fabric of the community and its timeless story. Marriage ceremonies gently bind two individuals and their families together, often involving the exchange of gifts and the weaving of symbolic cords or feathers, representing unity and mutual support. These ceremonies are celebrations of partnership, not only between people, but also with the spirits and the earth, honoring the balance of give and take, growth and nurturing. When someone passes from this world, the community gathers for ceremonies that honor the life lived and assist the spirit's journey beyond. These rites are marked by soft chants, the lighting of sacred fires, and the careful placing of objects meaningful to the deceased. The focus is on peace, transition, and the continuing connection between the living and those who have gone before. Mourning is gentle, a process of remembering and releasing, woven with gratitude and hope. Throughout all these rituals, music and movement are essential expressions of spirituality. The slow, deliberate steps of ceremonial dances mimic the patterns found in nature, the rising and falling of the sun, the turning of the seasons, the flight of birds. Songs carry stories, prayers, and histories. Their melodies and rhythms, a soothing presence that wraps around the community like a protective cloak. These moments of shared expression are anchors, grounding the people in their identity and in the natural world. The spiritual leaders who guide these ceremonies carry a quiet authority born of deep connection and service. Their knowledge of ritual, herbs, and the spirit world is vast, and they approach their role with humility and patience. Their presence during ceremonies brings calm and focus, helping the community to move gently through the sacred acts that sustain the balance of life. In daily life, small rituals accompany many tasks. A silent thanks before eating, a whispered prayer when starting a journey, a gentle touch to the earth when planting a seed. These acts, simple and understated, keep the connection to the sacred alive and steady, threading spirituality through the everyday. They remind you that life is never separate from the spirit, that the land and the people share one continuous breath. As night deepens and the village quiets, the lingering echo of these ceremonies rests like a soft blanket over the land. The stars above seem to shine more brightly, reflecting the steady light of the fires below. The community, bound by these ancient rhythms and rituals, settles into peaceful rest, ready to greet the next day with calm hearts and steady spirits. Now, allow yourself to sink into this calm, letting the steady drum beats and soft songs guide you gently toward sleep. Feel the quiet strength of your ancestors and the gentle pulse of the earth beneath you, holding you safely in this timeless, sacred circle. As the dawn breaks gently over the horizon, your day begins in the soft light of a village nestled amidst forests and rivers. Life in your pre-Columbian Native American community moves at a deliberate, steady pace, woven from the threads of family, work, and tradition. Each moment holds quiet purpose, and every task, no matter how small, is part of a larger harmony that sustains your people and the land you cherish. Your community is organized in a way that reflects respect, cooperation, and balance. Families live in simple yet sturdy homes crafted from natural materials, wood, bark, and woven reeds, designed to blend with the environment and offer shelter from the elements. These dwellings are modest and warm, filled with the sounds of daily life, soft voices, the crackling of fire, the rhythmic beating of tools shaping stone or wood. Within the village, roles are naturally distributed but not rigid. Everyone contributes according to their skills, age, and strength. And cooperation is a way of life. Men often take responsibility for hunting and crafting tools, moving quietly through the forests and fields to bring back food and materials. Their skill with bow and arrow, traps, and knowledge of animal behavior is vital, and they move with a quiet patience that mirrors the rhythms of the wild. Women are the caretakers of the home, the gardeners, and the keepers of food preparation. Their hands sow seeds in the earth, tend the growing crops, and gather wild plants with a deep understanding of their uses and cycles. Women also craft baskets, weave cloth, and create pottery, their work both practical and imbued with artistry. The daily rhythm of cooking, cleaning, and caring for children is performed with a calm diligence, nurturing both body and spirit. Children, in turn, grow up slowly, learning by observing and participating. Their days are filled with gentle instruction, storytelling, and play, activities that teach them the skills and values they will need. Elders are respected as living libraries, holding the wisdom of the community's past and guiding the young with quiet patience and kindness. Their stories, told beside the fire in the evenings, link generations and carry lessons woven from experience and memory. Social gatherings punctuate the steady flow of days. These moments, whether for work, ceremony, or simple companionship, reinforce bonds and strengthen the communal fabric. Village life is not hurried. It is a slow, deliberate dance where each person's well-being is tied to the others. Decisions are often made collectively, with elders and leaders listening carefully to the voices of all members, striving for harmony and balance. Trade and exchange bring occasional visitors from neighboring communities. These exchanges are peaceful and respectful, involving goods like pottery, stone tools, woven fabrics, and food. They are also opportunities for sharing stories, songs, and knowledge, enriching the cultural tapestry of your village, and building connections beyond the familiar forest. The passage of time is marked not by clocks or calendars, but by the cycles of nature. Days are measured by the rising and setting sun, seasons by the flowering and fading of plants, and years by the return of migrating animals. This natural rhythm instills a deep patience and a sense of belonging as life unfolds gently, with no rush to reach the next moment. Daily life includes quiet moments of reflection and connection to the land. Before planting seeds or beginning a hunt, you offer thanks and ask for guidance. After meals, you acknowledge the gifts received, reinforcing a continual awareness that your survival is part of a larger, interconnected whole. These simple rituals create a calm, steady foundation for all activities, reminding you that life is sacred in its smallest details. The work is often physically demanding, but balanced by the natural beauty that surrounds you. The rustle of leaves in the breeze, the songs of birds, and the distant flow of rivers are constant companions. Each day's labor, from carving stone tools to tending the garden, is performed in the soft light of dawn or the warm glow of sunset, moments that feel like gentle pauses in the ongoing story of life. In the evenings, as the village gathers around fires, there is a soothing sense of community and rest. Stories flow like soft rivers, weaving history, myth, and lessons into a tapestry of words. Laughter and quiet conversation mingle with the crackle of flames, creating a peaceful ambiance that wraps around you like a warm blanket. This steady, interconnected way of life, rooted in respect for each other and the natural world, offers a calm sanctuary, a place where time moves slowly, and each breath is a reminder of the balance you strive to maintain. As night deepens and the stars shine overhead, you feel the gentle embrace of your community and the land, ready to rest and renew for the next day's quiet journey. As night deepens and the village settles under a blanket of stars, the bonds that weave your community together grow stronger in the quiet moments of shared presence. Life in your pre-Columbian Native American village is shaped not only by daily tasks and the natural world, but by the profound connections between people. Connections built on trust, respect, and shared responsibility. These relationships create a sense of belonging and security that gently supports each individual, like the steady roots of an ancient tree holding the soil firm. Within the village, kinship ties form the foundation of social life. Extended families live close together, sharing resources, stories, and celebrations. The notion of family extends beyond bloodlines to include friends and neighbors, each person contributing to the welfare of the whole. This wide circle of care means that joys are multiplied and burdens softened, creating a calm and nurturing environment where everyone has a place. Elders hold a special place in this web of relationships. Their years of experience and accumulated knowledge are treasured as gifts to the community. They teach by example and through gentle instruction, guiding the young with patience and kindness. Children gather around elders to listen to stories of creation, of ancestors, and of the land's mysteries. Stories that carry lessons about life, survival, and harmony. These tales are told not in haste, but with a steady rhythm, allowing listeners to absorb the wisdom at their own pace. Respect for elders is expressed in many subtle ways: a quiet voice in their presence, a helping hand with daily tasks, and an attentive ear to their advice. This reverence flows naturally from understanding that the continuity of the community depends on the knowledge passed from one generation to the next. The elders' memories are living threads that connect past, present, and future, anchoring the community in a shared identity. Decision-making in the village often happens through consensus, a process that honors each voice while seeking balance and harmony. Leaders emerge not through force, but through respect and trust. They listen carefully, mediate gently, and guide with humility. Their role is to serve the community, ensuring that actions benefit the whole rather than just a few. This calm and cooperative approach fosters a stable environment where conflicts are resolved with care and understanding. Work is shared and cooperative, often done in groups or pairs. Tasks such as building homes, harvesting crops, or crafting tools become occasions for quiet conversation and connection. The rhythm of labor is steady, punctuated by moments of rest and reflection. This shared effort strengthens social bonds and reminds everyone that survival and well-being depend on collective action. Women, men, and children all contribute in ways that honor their strengths and skills, creating a balanced and supportive community. Women's work in the garden, the kitchen, and the home is vital, as is men's role in hunting, tool-making, and protection. Children, while engaged in play, are gradually introduced to responsibilities, learning through gentle guidance and participation. This inclusive approach nurtures a sense of purpose and belonging from a young age. Gatherings for meals are important social occasions of warmth and comfort. Sharing food reinforces connections, with everyone receiving what they need. Conversations flow easily, filled with soft laughter, stories, and the quiet appreciation of companionship. These communal moments are peaceful anchors in the steady flow of days, reminders that life is a shared journey. The community also comes together for celebrations and ceremonies that honor important events: births, marriages, the changing seasons, and the passage of time. These gatherings provide a chance to renew bonds, express gratitude, and connect with the spiritual world. Music, dance, and ritual create a gentle, enveloping atmosphere of peace and unity. Education is woven into daily life through observation, participation, and storytelling. Children learn about plants and animals, the movements of the sun and moon, and the customs of their people by watching elders and practicing skills themselves. This gradual, patient teaching fosters deep understanding and respect for the world around them. Conflict, when it arises, is met with calm and patience. The community values harmony, and efforts are made to restore peace through dialogue, mediation, and sometimes ritual. Violence is rare because relationships are held sacred, and the cost of discord is understood to ripple through the entire community. This peaceful approach contributes to a stable, nurturing environment where individuals feel safe and supported. The village exists in harmony with the land, and this respect extends to social interactions as well. Just as you take only what you need from the forest, you strive to live gently with one another, balancing needs and desires, giving and receiving with open hearts. This gentle equilibrium is the heartbeat of your community life. As you prepare for rest, surrounded by the steady breathing of those you trust and care for, you feel a deep sense of belonging and peace. The quiet strength of your community supports you, like the earth itself, solid, enduring, and full of life. Allow this calm to settle in your mind and body, carrying you softly into sleep. Breathe slowly and deeply, feeling the embrace of the village, the land, and the generations who have walked this path before you. Let the gentle rhythms of connection and shared wisdom guide you into a restful, healing slumber, wrapped in the timeless embrace of your people. As the final days in your journey through the pre-Columbian world unfold, there is a gentle quietness settling over the land and your village. The seasons continue their steady rhythm, guiding the cycles of life with unhurried grace. Here, in this timeless place, you feel the deep and enduring bond between your people and the earth beneath your feet, a bond that shapes every breath, every step, and every quiet moment of reflection. The legacy of your community is not written in stone or carved into monuments, but in the stories shared around the fire, the care given to the land, and the gentle respect woven into daily life. Each generation passes these treasures forward with patience and humility, knowing that life is a delicate balance maintained through respect and cooperation. This legacy is a quiet strength, a thread of continuity that links the past, present, and future in an endless circle. Your people understand that the land is not something to conquer or possess, but a living presence that gives and receives. It is the source of sustenance, shelter, and spirit, an ever-present companion in your journey. This relationship shapes how you live, how you work, and how you honor the cycles of birth, growth, decay, and renewal. Each plant sown, each animal hunted, each stone shaped into a tool carries the memory of those who came before and the hope of those yet to come. In the evening, as the sky darkens and the stars begin their quiet vigil, the village settles into a peaceful hush. Fires burn low, casting soft shadows that dance gently on the faces of those gathered. The air is filled with a calm stillness, punctuated only by the occasional crackle of wood and the distant call of a night bird. These moments invite reflection, a chance to breathe deeply and feel the steady heartbeat of life all around you. Your thoughts drift to the elders, whose lives are marked by the wisdom of many seasons. They are the living bridges between what was and what will be, carrying knowledge not just in words, but in the calm strength of their presence. Their stories, told slowly and with care, hold the essence of the community's history and values. Listening to them is like hearing the earth itself whisper its secrets. As you rest beside the fire, the gentle embrace of the night encourages a sense of peace. The worries of the day melt away, replaced by a soothing awareness of being part of something larger, a continuum of life and spirit that transcends individual moments. This calm is a gift, a reminder that all things have their time and place, and that you are held within the steady flow of the natural world. As the final moments of this journey unfold, you find yourself enveloped in the gentle embrace of a night that seems endless yet peaceful. A night where time slows and the pulse of the earth beats quietly beneath you. The pre-Columbian world, with its forests, rivers, and humble villages, has shared its stories with you. A tapestry woven from the lives of people who moved gracefully with the seasons and lived in harmony with the land. Life here is a continual flow, a circle without beginning or end. Birth and death, growth and rest, work and celebration, all parts of the same eternal rhythm. This understanding is not just knowledge, but a feeling deep in your bones, steady and reassuring. The ancestors who walked this land long ago remain close, their presence woven into the wind, the rustling leaves, and the flowing streams. Their spirit is a quiet companion, guiding gently and without haste. The village you've walked through is a place of connection between people, between generations, and between the seen and unseen worlds. The homes, simple and sturdy, shelter not just bodies, but dreams and memories. The fields and forests, carefully tended, offer gifts that sustain and inspire. And the ceremonies and stories, shared beneath the vast sky, nourish the soul and remind everyone of their place in this grand, ongoing story. In this final peaceful moment, you are invited to breathe deeply, feeling the soft pulse of life all around you. The quiet strength of community and the calm presence of nature combine to create a sense of belonging and safety. There is no rush, no need to hurry, only the slow unfolding of the night and the steady heartbeat of the earth beneath. Imagine the stars above, scattered like gentle sparks of light, each one a silent witness to countless nights like this. Their ancient glow links the past with the present and the future, a cosmic reminder of the cycles that govern all life. The moon's soft light bathes the land in a silver glow, casting shadows that dance softly and quietly. As you lie beneath this vast sky, you feel the warmth of the earth cradling you, steady and enduring. The gentle breeze carries the scent of pine and earth, a fragrant lullaby that calms the mind and body. This is a place of peace, where the worries of the world dissolve into the night, and the heart finds rest in the timeless rhythms of nature. You are part of this eternal circle, an unbroken chain of life that stretches beyond the horizon of time. The lessons learned here, of respect, patience, connection, and gratitude, are gifts you carry with you, gentle guides for your own path. In the quiet of this moment, let go of all tension, all distraction, and simply be. Feel yourself melting into the stillness, the calm, the enduring presence of the land and your ancestors. Let the slow, steady rhythm of your breathing match the heartbeat of the earth. Let your thoughts drift like leaves on a gentle stream, carried softly toward the peaceful depths of sleep. As your eyes close, know that this journey through the pre-Columbian world is always within you, a place of calm and connection to which you can return whenever you wish. It is a sanctuary where time flows gently, where the earth's wisdom whispers softly, and where your spirit is held tenderly. Rest now, wrapped in this timeless embrace, carried on the quiet wings of the night. Drift peacefully into dreams, knowing you are part of a story far greater than yourself, an endless, beautiful circle of life, love, and renewal.